Hey there, beautiful souls. If you are returning to the channel, welcome back and thank you for your support. If you are new here, this is Universal Wisdom Tarot. Hello and a big welcome. Well, the year is speeding by, and so I thought it would be a great time to take a look at the last quarter of 2025. So this is a general intuitive reading to see what's coming your way for October, November, and December. But before we get into it, I am just going to ask you to take a quick second and click the subscribe button if you haven't already. While you're at it, click the like button. Both are free for you, and it's a great way to show your support of the channel. It also lets you know when I drop my next video, and it lets me and YouTube know you're interested in more videos like these. Now, for the most part, astrologically speaking, the last 3 months will be shaped by a couple of significant astrological events. For starters, due to their retrograde motion, a total of 3 planets, Saturn, Neptune, and Uranus, will be in the process of returning to the signs they occupied at the beginning of the year. Saturn's retrograde in Pisces will last through October and November, and this will prompt a reevaluation of relationships and highlight areas that need attention and improvement. The Uranus retrograde in Taurus will focus on community and humanitarian efforts, potentially leading to a greater awareness of social issues and a desire to contribute to positive change. While the Neptune retrograde, which lasts almost to mid-December, encourages introspection and a review of personal dreams and goals, prompting alignment with one's true vision. Of course, we will have one more Mercury retrograde to contend with in the month of November. With this one, emotions will run deep and tempers will be high, causing us to express ourselves passionately. The winter solstice in the northern hemisphere ushers in Capricorn season on December 21st. But the big news is the Grand Trine. This harmonious configuration involves Jupiter, Saturn, and Neptune all in water signs. With Jupiter in Cancer and Saturn and Neptune in Pisces, this alignment will create a harmonious trine offering a welcome respite from the fiery energies experienced thus far. Jupiter's optimistic expansion will be joined with Neptune's magic, anchored by Saturn's stability and common sense, allowing dreams to potentially manifest into reality. The Grand Water Trine will offer a sense of hope, optimism, and the potential for abundance. All right, my friends, coming up next, your tarot guidance. So I'll see you on the flip side. All right, my lovely Pisces friends, this is your reading for the look ahead for the last 3 months of 2025. That would be October, November, December. I have 3 decks on the table, 3 tarot decks. So I will pull cards from this one for October, this one for November, and this one on the right here for December. And I'm going to obviously do it a little differently than I normally do my monthly readings. All right. So I have pre-shuffled all of the cards. I have asked for guidance from the angels and spirits and the guides. And so what I thought I would do is I'll pull out all the cards and then we'll look at all the messages in one shot. We'll look at the detail together in one shot. So let's see what you got. All righty, Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. All right, so first and foremost, not a bad card on the table. So the next 3 months actually look lovely for you. Let's take a look here in the upper left-hand quadrant. These 3 cards here are your month of October. You have the Two of Wands, you have the Eight of Cups, and you have the Queen of Cups. I'm getting messages, Pisces, that the month of October for you is really focused in on focus. In other words, what is it that you're thinking about? What is it that you're planning? What is it that you're strategizing? What is it that you want? You are trying to figure out certainly not only what it is that you want, it is what you don't want with the Eight of Cups, determining which path you want to take, what things you want to take with you, what things you want to leave behind, things that don't serve you anymore, things that are not of value to you, and that might be people, places, things, etc. So you are deciding what path you want to go down, and you're actually, with this Two of Wands, putting a bit of a strategy in place in order to figure that path out, right? So when we look at the Two of Wands, the Two of Wands is a card of planning. It is a card of deciding what what is it you really want. Now, what's nice about the Two of Wands is that it's sometimes it's sometimes a card where we can do our planning, but we do it from the comfort, that's what I want to say, from the comfort of somewhere where it's not dangerous for us, if you know what I mean. In other words, if you're deciding, let me give you an example. If you're deciding you want to get a new job, you wouldn't quit your job and then sit there and go, oh my God, I have no money, okay? What you would do is that you would do it from the comfort of your existing job, and you wouldn't tell anybody, and you would just go and make those plans and say, but I'm comfortable where I am right now, so, but I can make plans for the future while I'm from this position here where things are comfy, cozy, and I'm okay. Now, there is a good side of that and a bad side to that. The good side of that is it is good because you're in a safe environment and you can plan your future from a comfortable place. The bad side is you're in a comfortable place, so how hard are you going to work on it, right? Not just how hard are you going to work on it, but more of a question of, well, I can do that next month. So it's a plan. A plan is a plan. A plan doesn't happen until you take action on the plan. So this is where the bad thing is that if you don't take the action, well, then you never get onto that right track. You never get onto that Eight of Cups pathway that you're walking toward or walking away from, for that matter. All right. Now, in this month, it really is your focus is on your focus in doing this assessment and doing this strategic planning, on maybe reassessing the plans that you have already made or put in, that you wanted to take action on, and now you're reassessing those plans, right? I do feel that you, whatever this is that you want to nurture yourself with this Queen of Cups. You want to be able to give yourself some attention here. So it's really about you and what makes you feel good. Queen of Cups sometimes is a card for me of saying keep your eye on the prize. If you have it in your sights, then it is always achievable. If something is not in your sights, then we forget about it. We lose sight of it and we don't act on it, all right? So I feel like for you, there is something in your sights. For some of you, this is, I want to say, financially oriented. For others of you, I'm feeling it is academically oriented. But there's definitely some growth that you want to achieve in one of these areas. And it's definitely through reviewing the plans or the past plans and assessing plans or reassessing past plans and settling in on some long-term goals for which you can walk toward, Eight of Cups, for which you can keep your eye on the prize with that Queen of Cups. All right. Now, I do also feel with the Queen of Cups, because the Queen of Cups is a card of nurturing, that if you are not nurturing yourself, it's something you want to nurture. And, you know, Cups is the suit of relationships. So it could be that for some of you, you are looking to deepen some connections that you have, to deepen some relationships that you have. Now, when I say relationships, it could be any relationship that you have. This could mean your person, that your partner, long or short term. It could be your family, it could be your friends, it could be people that you work with. Deepening the connections, getting to know people better, especially people that you don't know well, with whom you may have to work. All right. I feel, though, for somebody very strongly, there is an importance for strengthening their family ties. If you feel that your family situation is growing apart, that it is perhaps not the way it used to be and you enjoyed that, there is a desire for you in the month of October to get back to that and to bring it back together. That might be part of your plans. That might be part of your Two of Wands assessment or reassessment of your plans. It might be a part of what you're walking toward versus what you're walking away from, right? With that Eight of Cups, all right? So definitely there's some reflection, some self-reflection, some assessment, some reassessment, some strategic planning, but coming out with a plan that you can then implement. That's very, very important. Let's move into your November cards, because you have here the Judgment, the Knight of Wands, and the Justice card. Okay, so definitely some shift has happened for you from the month of October into the month of November. That is what you are looking for in the Judgment card, or you have achieved with the Judgment card. Judgment is the card of renewal. It is the card of rebirth. It is the card of the phoenix rising from the ashes. So if you have had some situation in your life, something that's brought you down, you are looking now to start afresh. You are looking now to have there's a shift here towards something better, something more possible for you, something that has more potential for you. All right. Now, I do feel for somebody that this is like you're looking toward a new opportunity, something that's very different, because the Knight of Wands is the card of inspiration. It's the card of aspiration. That's wands for you. And the Knight is somebody who's willing to go out and explore it. And, the Knight of Wands is the card that says, I'm ready to go off to new lands I've never seen before. Right? Luna, someplace I'm willing to explore and be adventurous a little bit and get out of my comfort zone. All right. Now, I feel for you that there's also some kind of signing of a contract for somebody here with the Justice card. But if that is not your situation, if you're not signing something for a new career or a career potential, or your job or something like that, then if you have a side business, you might be signing some clients. You could be signing a contract if you are a contractor. If you're looking for a contract position, I feel that there is the signing of that. And if none of that is your situation, it is just the rendering of the scales being even. In other words, that you're focusing in on feeling more balanced, feeling more harmonious in the month of November. I feel like whatever the shift is for you, it's opening you up to being able to say, what is right for me? All right, so there's something in there that I feel like that's coming down for you, or coming your way in the month of November, Pisces. I would also say that in this justice card, be careful, because with justice sometimes comes conflict, right? That's what justice is about when we're in court, right? Court means one person feels they're in the right, the other person feels they're in the right, but somebody might be in the wrong, okay? So there is obviously some conflict as to who is in the right. So there is a potential conflict there, or there's some kind of conflict you're trying to resolve with this justice card. All right, but certainly I feel like you're looking to explore something new, maybe sign a new contract, get a new job, explore and do something different. Now, for some of you, if you're a contractor, you might even be considering signing a contract for work that is not in your country, that is not in your your local village type of thing, your local town. This could be a little bit further afar. Knight of Wands is also the card of travel, so there's some travel that might be implied there for you. Let's get into the month of December. You have the Six of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups. Well, you certainly finish the year on a super high note here, and for the most part, all of the signs, the readings that I've done for signs, have finished out December in a much better place, I think, than we all were in the month of January. 2025 has been a bit of a rough year, I would say, and at least it has been for most people, and a year full of surprises and all kinds of wackiness. So I would just say that I think that most people are looking forward to closing out December on a nice high note with some kind of celebrations. Year-end celebrations tend to happen in the month of December, whether you're whether you celebrate Christmas, whether you celebrate Hanukkah, whether you celebrate any other religious holiday or something of that nature. At the very least, it's getting together with work colleagues for drinks. It's getting together and celebrating the year end and saying, hey, another year's come and gone. We're looking toward 2026, even if it's December 31st and it's New Year's Eve. All right. It's a time of getting together with people and going to those year-end parties. There's definitely a lot of that I see for you in this month, and that you are quite proud of your achievements here. All right, that's a focus for you in the month of December, is your own personal and professional success. This is where you're proud of it, and you potentially are also getting some kind of accolades, because this is the card of accolades, right? It's the card of recognition. It's the card of riding into town and everybody's there greeting you, waiting for you, right? That's what this card is all about, right? That the recognition is there, and if it's not coming from other people, you're giving it to yourself by giving yourself a pat on the back, right? So there's definitely some success here in your personal and professional life, whatever area. You definitely have a strong finish here with, I would say, financial matters, because the King of Pentacles is the card of success. It is the card of personal success financially. It's the card of professional success financially. All right, so it's definitely a card of that. And I do feel that with these celebrations, this is an opportunity to take your relationships to a little deeper, nicer level, where we're in this celebratory mode. Lovely reading for you, Pisces. Lovely cards for the next 3 months on the table here. Very happy for you. And I'll say that's it for this reading. And I'll see you again very shortly. Until then, please know I am, as always, wishing you divine light and love.